The MP5, a very popular SMG in all of the Modern Warfare games. It is a very reliable and strong choice for close and mid-range fights. Today I'm going to show you guys my insanely strong MP5 class setup, and I will explain why it performs so well. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe, it will help me a lot. Let's start with some basic stats of the MP5. The MP5 is one of the hard-hitting SMGs, and the only 800 RPM SMG. It is faster than the AUG, Uzi, Bison and the Striker 45, but the MP7 and the P90 are a bit faster. The MP5 excels in its high damage number on the chest, stomach and limbs. It does 49 on a headshot, 34 on the chest, 34 on the stomach and 30 on the limbs. If you compare it to the AUG, it is essentially the same except for two stats. The AUG and the MP5 do the same amount of damage per shot on the chest, stomach and limbs, but the AUG does 55 damage on a headshot, and that's 6 more than the MP5. But here's the difference. The MP5 has a faster fire rate. This makes this gun extremely strong. You will rarely find a situation where someone hits all their SMG headshots on you, so having high overall damage on every part of the body with a very fast fire rate makes this a very strong option in the Warzone. The only thing that hurts the MP5 is the strong recoil, but this is something you can adjust with some attachments. It is not as steady as my MP7. Now that I explained the basics about the MP5, let's go into my setup and talk about what I did to make it even better. Before we go into the gun, I will show you my perks and the rest of my class setup. I'm using an RPG as my secondary because it's basically what everybody is using and it's great to blow up some vehicles. I use Cold-Blooded to be invisible to the turbo snipers, the Ghost perk for all the UAVs and the heartbeat sensors, and Amped Up for faster weapon swap. This is very good when using a slow RPG as a secondary. My lethal is a Semtex and the tactical is the heartbeat sensor. So I'm going for a fast and stealth build. So let's get into the MP5. I am using the monolithic suppressor for sound suppression and more damage range. When an SMG is your primary, you would like some extra range. I use the GI Mini Reflex. I tried using the iron sight, but in Warzone I just need a little more zoom in the mid-range fights. If you can handle the iron sight, be my guest and skip the scope. The FSS close quarter stock for more ADS speed. The Ranger foregrip to keep the recoil at a minimum and increasing the stability as well. And the 40 round mags because I will always go for more bullets in the mag, especially in Warzone. So if we look at the stats, we sacrifice a little of the mobility and control to give our accuracy and range a little buff. This will help you in the mid-range fights, and you'll most definitely need it when using SMG as your primary. The MP5 is very strong in the close quarters, and it doesn't need more mobility. It does lack accuracy, that's why I chose this particular setup. I hope you guys found this useful, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.